The Murray-Darling is much more than a river system or a food bowl. Hundreds of communities depend on its health for their livelihood and their culture. And it's these communities that the federal government says were front and centre in making today's decision, which was announced near the mouth of the Murray. What's involved is returning an extra 450 gigalitres of water to the system, mostly from on-farm efficiencies.
It is more expensive than just straight buyback, but environmentally it achieves the same benefit, and for those communities, it's a way of making sure that we work with them.
Fred Hooper, the chairman of the Northern Murray-Darling Basin Aboriginal Nations, has welcomed the development, but he says he's saddened that representatives of more than 30 nations who live in the basin were not involved in discussions.
You're a blackfella today, brother. You should be very disappointed in the announcement that the Prime Minister had made, and again, blackfellas are left out of this whole consultation process. The Minister said that he spoke to peak bodies throughout the basin last night. We're a peak body that represents over 21 Aboriginal nations, sovereign First Nations in the Northern Basin, and our counterpart in the lower basin. We didn't get a phone call from the Minister, and again, I think we're being treated like mushrooms.
Mr Hooper has also challenged the Prime Minister to meet him to discuss cultural flows.
It's all about, putting money into ways of saving water for irrigation. There's no money put in for anything such as, research into cultural flows and what cultural flows mean for the Aboriginal people of the Murray-Darling Basin.
Mr Hooper has called on the federal government to provide support for future projects along the system involving our mob. Ryan Little, NITV News.